You're listening to the World's Team Podcast. It's not just America's team, Cowboys Nation. It's the world's team. Now, here are your hosts, Paul Stewart and Mike Poland.
How about them Cowboys?
What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome to another episode of the World's Team Podcast, brought to you by the BLEAV Network, powered by FanJoe Sportsbook, and sponsored by Cowboys Experience. For the ultimate game day experience, tailgating, stadium tours, be sure to go to www.cowboysexperience.com and use the discount code WorldsTeam2025. Here we have it, folks. The Cowboys have won 37-22 at MetLife Stadium. Dak Prescott looked phenomenal. The defense actually made plays in this game. So a lot to talk about, a lot to dissect, and giving you our instant reaction over the game of this really good Cowboys victory, which has been a significant improvement. But without further ado, I'm always joined by my co-host, Mr. Mike Poland. How are we doing, bro? Good night.
Yeah. Everything was good. Enjoyed everything that we watched. Apart from Channel 5.
Yeah, so just for context for our American viewers, so Channel 5, based here in the UK, have decided to dip their
Which we've
eyes.
been on.
No, it was oh yeah, you're right, actually.
It was. We were been on Channel 5 twice.
Yeah, well, I don't think I could ever watch their broadcasting ever again. Like, the whole stupid games in between takes, like, I feel like we were missing parts of the game. I like to watch the full game. I hate these breaks in between and commentary that's not related to the game at all. It just had no substance to it.
Yeah. I know, the playing games where you're picking James Bond characters or Shakespeare characters and drinking coffee game, and you're just like, ugh. And like, even that though, the analysis and the information they were giving us, like, they got into one moment where they got asked a question, explain the difference between man and zone, and the explanation they gave, all I will say is, if you do not know the difference, don't watch that, because you will be even more confused.
Actually, I kind of disagree with you, because I actually kind of think he actually explained it okay.
No,
I'm being well. If for everyone wants to know, this was Alex Gray, former tight end for the Atlanta Falcons. So I would like to think he would know what he's talking about.
it was bad.
But either way, like, it was rubbish to watch. But either way, but besides that, actually watching the game was good.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott was on fire, totaling 18 out of 29, 237 yards, averaging 8.2, 4 touchdowns, and only getting one sack. But the rating he got was 127.4 according to ESPN.
Yeah.
But in terms of the rushing yards and wide receiver yards, it was in full display. Total rushing yards from the whole team was 180, with Javonte Williams getting 155 for 16 carries, averaging 8.4 with 1 touchdown, longest being 66 yards.
Yeah.
Ryan Fournette was also there. Jaden Blue made his debut. Not really much to really add in, but it was good to see him on the field finally. But the biggest thing, and I'm going to say it, Mike, I told everyone about Ryan Fournette. I told everyone, I'm saying, please watch out for Ryan Fournette. Am I right?
We was expecting, we called this on the pre-game show a few days ago.
No, we called this back at preseason.
Back in preseason. But I mean, even again, we reiterated the point in the pre-game show and said, look, Ryan Fournette, he's going to come in, expect to see a good game. And I mean, they targeted him early. They put him on some end rounds, which was kind of okay. It wasn't a great result. But then after that, they really leaned into it, and you could see. But here's the question, though, that when you've got CD Lamb back and you have Turpin back, who is now your wide receiver 3?
It really depends on how Schottenheimer and Clayton Adams see how where Mingo fits into play now. But as it stands right now, like, I've been saying this since like when the initial roster came out. What?
The Eagles have just lost. They lost to the Broncos.
So you're just, in case you're wondering, we are recording right after the Cowboys game, and yes, that's going to be a short clip, all right? Oh, fantastic. Oh, that's try, Eagles, try. Fantastic.
21-17.
This Sunday gets better and better. I'm sorry, it really does.
Aggies win against Mississippi State. Cowboys do that. Eagles lose. We're coming up trumps. I don't care about fantasy teams anymore.
Yeah, I'm going to have me a desperado after this show and have an early kip because I've got work in the morning. But
I like
anyway,
it.
but as we were talking about,
Continue.
We were talking about Ryan Flournoy.
Yes.
We said from the very get-go, from the initial 53-man roster, like it's like this guy is outperforming the rest of the bunch by a long shot. Oh, let me turn that.
Yeah,
it's me. No, it's me gets into trouble with that.
I know.
Sorry, no, it's you. Sorry.
Yeah, me. Yeah.
But yeah, so we both me and you highlighted this from the early stages, saying, and even when we drafted him, it's like there's definitely something there with Ryan Flournoy, because the only thing with Ryan Flournoy is purely because of the competition he had back at college.
Yeah.
Because when you look at his RAS score was off the chain.
It was a perfect RAS score.
It was perfect, right? And it was like, okay, we may actually have something here. Like, he didn't really get featured much in his rookie season. I can understand that. Time to develop, etc. But when it came to this training camp, we were like, I wonder what Ryan Flournoy could do. And by God, he was making play after play after play throughout training camp. And it got to the point where it's like, if Ryan Flournoy is not in this initial 53-man roster, I am going to lose my mind.
Yeah,
and we did that back at our previous show where we're talking about the 53-man roster, and I was absolutely shocked why that was not the case. Now we go back to, like, well, obviously with injuries, etc., Flourney's now gotten his chance, and I've been saying this for week in and week out. It's like, watch out for Ryan Flournoy. He is going to surprise everyone.
Yeah. I mean, look, Ryan Flournoy is just the tip of the iceberg. We went through in the pregame show the players who were out in this game. Heavy number of injuries. Even still, we get to the inactive list. We see Marshawn Nealand on there. You know, the names all start cropping up, and you were like, oh, Jesus. The Cowboys get over 400 yards of offense. The defense played a perfect game, in my eyes. They were absolutely on fire. The sacks, the pressures, like Dante Fowler, the pressure he was putting on tonight. I mean, Izaraku, as the game drew on, didn't slow down. That first sack is coming. He's fingertip away every time. But you go through the entire list, and they still managed to pull out this massive victory. But what I will say is the thing that impressed me the most is how the Cowboys' offensive line played with so many missing pieces.
Exactly. Dak only got sacked once in this whole game. And what did we say in the pregame show? For the Cowboys, despite all the injuries, we had to worry about the quick game, the quick passes, and the run game. That's exactly how it planned out.
Yeah, like how we predicted it.
We predicted this, and it fell through. And the thing we had to say is, if we put the pressure on Justin Fields, then the secondary will pan itself out, and it did do that. Obviously, to the tail end with garbage time, etc.
I'm not worried about that.
The game was over by then. It really was. After the
playing
fumble,
clock at that stage.
Yeah, after the fumble by the Jets, that was pretty much game over. Pretty much.
Yeah.
So. But just to kind of go over it, so Shamar James, who kind of more or less took over Jack Sanborn after his injury, led the team in tackles today.
Yeah, he was all over the shop.
Very impressed.
Me and No C Walker, Patrick No C Walker, we was on Twitter going back and forth about should Shamar James, because obviously now Sanborn's going to be in concussion protocol, so this could be an opportunity for James now to get more playing time. But does he deserve to, regardless, after today's game, just continue to play in that notion?
Well, I kind of said that with Leafu as well.
Leafu was good today. Pressures he was putting on. Justin Fields.
But it kind of relates to what you're saying about James. It's like we've been saying like Learfield should be getting more opportunity, and we are kind of seeing that the flits of that labor. Even though obviously we go back to like the Bears game where we kind of really messed up a little bit, but in terms of this game, like Learfield was making some really good pressures. He made some good tackles, and same like Shamar James, he looked really good. There was probably the only criticism I could really say, like, well, actually. Not really. Like there was actually more positives than there was negatives when it comes to Donovan Wilson. I will say, like the reason I say
he put
that,
in a big hit.
a big hit on it was on Bryce Hall, I believe it was.
Yeah, on Bryce Hall, yeah.
Yeah, like just really lamped it down on him. So that was really good. Like I think the only criticism I had on was it was basically at the end zone. I think it was like the first touchdown for the Jets, and it was the pass like screen where Justin Fields moves out the pocket. Donovan Israq was basically being the spy, essentially. Like, but he should have tracked him sideways rather than going backwards, back into the end zone. You're basically giving Justin Fields more yards to gain by doing that. That's the only criticism I really had of him during that whole game. It's very nitpicky, but even I know people are going to say, yeah, we just beat the Jets who are 0-5, but end of the day, we had our own issues. We had more stat injuries going into this game.
We did.
Actually, some odds makers actually had the Jets to actually win their first game.
Yeah, they did.
So
we spoke about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sorry, go on.
That's right, Chris. Due to the fact, let me just bring back the notes of that. Actually,
It was 1.5, I believe.
Yep. So based on our FanDuel sportsbook, the Cowboys were 1.5 on the spread. And the Cowboys were minus 130 on the money line, and the Cowboys game over and under was 44.5. So, if you placed everything like over on the Cowboys on the spread and on the money line, then you would have made like not a massive margin on everything. It wasn't the best of odds they were providing on that, like in terms of how the markets were going. So, but yeah, it was.
Do you want to continue with the stats? We just went on a tangent there.
yeah. But I think that's the pure chaos of a reaction of a post game.
Yeah.
So
you were on Shamar James. We got to Shamar James and got stuck.
Yeah. I don't know how we got there.
Go on and continue, mate.
All right. So, Wanway Thomas again, who was playing against his brother today, which was quite nice to see. That's right. Like you saw Wanway Thomas.
I wrote about that. Yeah.
Well, you actually saw some of the TV footage where his mom was wearing one side green, one side blue. That was pretty cool. Like to kind of support both of their kids. So, but yeah, Thomas looked really good out there. Bland, there was a couple of moments where Bland I thought he was a wee bit caught out once or twice, but overall he did okay. Kenneth Murray, I felt he had a missed opportunity with the interception. If you remember.
Yeah, that's right. It's close. We talked about it off air.
Yeah, we did. And Trayvon Diggs, like Diggs actually thought he did all right. Like
he did good.
He did well. Like, and the whole
Garrett Wilson was not involved in the game at all.
Well, it wasn't until after garbage time, essentially.
Yeah, well.
Like, and here's the thing: like that whole that flag on Diggs, that was on Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the hell, referee?
The second guy always gets caught, mate.
Yeah, and one thing I will want to mention is I loved James Houston's ability to actually hit that stunt, go around the outside, and work his way around to get to Justin Fields. That was lovely to watch.
Who would have thought stunting works?
It just really depends who you play against, I guess.
Yeah. As long as you've got speedy enough guys.
Sam Williams, he really made easy work on Tipman, the guard for the Jets, getting his first sack of the season. Also, Digizua had a really good game also with a sack and a tackle for loss. Kenny Clark, half a sack, tackle for loss. Dante Fowler.
He was on fire.
Yeah.
He was on every play.
It was about time he made some plays. Like I'm not like I mean that sincerely, as like because I want Fowler to.
I was getting worried about him.
I was as well. That's the thing. I was getting worried. Like I think it's like is he like all right? Because he just didn't seem for the past four like the opening 4 games of the season. It just didn't feel like he was what we had before.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but we did get to see some other names that out there. We got to see Elijah Clark and Marquise Bell out there, which was quite interesting. I mean, I think for the small part when they did feature, I mean, they contributed, but they still made a good impact. Reddy Stewart in particular, like I thought he looked all right as well. But yeah, but going back to the offense, I mean, there's nothing really much else to really mention, but George Pickens with 2 recorded catches for 57 yards and 1 touchdown, which was good. Jake Ferguson, 7 catches, for 49 yards, 2 touchdowns. So
first time a tight end for the Cowboys has scored 2 touchdowns in a game since Dalton Schultz in 2022.
Oh, there you go. In terms of also in the receiving, Javonte Williams got a catch, Luke Schoonmaker got there, and interesting enough, Jalen Tolbert is on the stat sheet as well, but he made 0 for 1. That's a toughie.
Yeah. I mean, the most interesting start of the game for me was, I mean, you look at Garrett Wilson, 71 yards, 1 touchdown. But literally all of that came in the 4th quarter.
Yeah. Yeah, it's inflated.
And at that stage, the defense is backing up. You know? You're playing the clock
and
more than you are the team.
We're playing backups of backups at this point.
Yeah.
Like, try and reserve everything, what we've got. But, yeah, but I actually thought I think this was a good game for likes of Eberflus to kind of get a good reset, and actually things would hopefully start to click in that way.
He's playing some more man, if you noticed.
I noticed that we were doing the cover 2, like even though there was still zone coverage, but they were there cover 2. Like Diggs and Bland were kind of more they were doing more man coverage, whereas the safeties were being more in cover.
Yeah,
I did notice that actually. Yeah. And I think
maybe he's learning. Not only do the players have to learn the system, your defense coordinator also has to learn your players. And I'm wondering if the two are starting to slowly.
I think it's kind of like getting to that point now. And Greg Olsen actually made that during commentary. It's like remember, like he made that particular point. It's like, yeah, they've had struggles as a defense, but it does take time for your defensive coordinator and your players to kind of properly click and to actually get under that new system. So if Olsen is kind of saying that and he can see that from a professional standpoint, I totally get that. So,
there we go. Yeah.
Yep. But I think now going into our next game, in fact, I need to double check who we're playing next, actually.
Panthers.
Oh, okay. That should be interesting.
That should be all right.
You would like to think.
Yeah.
But
based on the performance of how things are going, you think they'll be able to figure out Carolina. Carolina, I know they're on 2 wins at the moment. But I would still say the Cowboys would get a win from that one. I know we'll talk about that in the pre-game show that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later down the week about that one. But I think we will have to say, as a really good positive note, is a big kudos, and you kind of talked on this earlier, the offensive line. They played an absolute blinder. We were missing Guyton, Cooper Beebe, Tyler Smith for the majority of the game. Obviously, he was active, but he did not really feature in that whole game. And Tyler Booker, obviously.
Yeah, and
So the only starter we really did actually have was Terrence Steele.
Bass had some quivers to begin with early on.
Yeah, he did.
But then that seemed to settle in, and the game plan, as we predicted, went the way it did. Nate Thomas on the outside. I mean, man, he was
Nate Thomas
plays.
had a great game.
Yeah. He
Like,
was making plays.
see, especially the run blocks, like moving up to the second field. Oh my goodness, it was
Yeah.
great. It was so good to see. Like, I think it was actually what play was it? What touchdown was it?
It was the Javonte Williams touchdown. It was
No,
his first rushing touchdown. And Nate made a hell of a crack block.
yeah, yeah, man.
And then on the opposite side, you talk about floor night, yeah, okay. But you had floor night making some great plays.
Yeah, made great blocks for the run game.
Yeah. But then on the other side, then with the defense on the line, I mean, here's a question for you: does James Houston now deserve to come in as a starter?
Absolutely.
Mm.
Well,
I think he needs to start now, doesn't
well, I wouldn't. I mean, it just really depends on the rotation. But either way, he's part of this team. But I think the question you should be asking: does he deserve to have more reps, more like game time? The answer would be yes. Like the whole definition of starter is kind of, you know what I mean? Especially if you're on the defensive side of the ball, because you are going to be rotated a lot more regularly compared to being on offense. So that's the way I'm kind of seeing it.
And the other one as well, one particular play comes into mind with a massive tackle for the loss that put the Jets back into a third and long with Solomon Thomas
Oh,
coming
that
through and
one.
making that huge tackle.
Yeah, yeah. Look,
That was early in the game as well.
if he didn't secure that tackle, that was going to be a touchdown.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, because everyone else was blocked.
And it resulted in the end in just a field goal.
Yep. But yeah, folks, let us know what you think about the Dallas Cowboys fit today. 37-22 for the Cowboys. As we kind of mentioned, Dak Prescott was pretty much near loss flawless in that whole game.
It was perfect.
Yeah. Like, obviously, a couple of drop passes from there and there, but that's not like. But in terms of the precision, the accuracy, the drive, like even like getting it,
put his body on the line on that third down where he took a dive to get the first down. But here's what's interesting: is again we see what happens when Dak gets out on his feet. 28 rushing yards on the ground. It's not huge, but it's a few first downs, and suddenly the defense has to reconfigure. Whenever Dak gets out for about 25 to 30 yards rushing, it always ends up in a victory.
Yep, there we go. Yeah, like just 28 yards he got. So just to break down again the rushing yards. So Williams was 135 yards.
Massive 67 yard run.
66.
Wow.
Yeah. Averaging 8.4 yards. Dak Prescott for 7 carries for 28 yards, averaging 4.0. Yeah. So even from that standpoint, if you're averaging 4, like if you run that 3 times, that's a first down regardless.
Yeah, so, there you go.
Yeah, or 3.4. Like if you're averaging above 3.4 every drive.
And don't forget as well that we're down in the 5. Final touchdown of the game. You go in, okay, we're in Javonte Williams territory here. This is where he sets up shop. You're not stopping him yet. What do the Cowboys go and do? Javonte Williams on an out and just walks in for a touchdown. It's just like Schottenheimer's play calling in this game was pinpoint.
Yeah, you got to give him credit. Got to give Schottenheimer credit. Like I thought he played offensively
with so many missing pieces.
So many missing pieces. I think this was like, and the thing is, the Jets were obviously we were talking about this pre-game. Like the Jets have everything to fight for right now to try and gain something.
Expecting a scrappy game,
and we did get that in some way. Like there was a lot of flags. There was a lot of
chitter chatter.
Yeah, chitter. We had some good hits in the game, but I'll be honest, like it was. I think purely because of the network where the game was getting broadcast back here in the UK, kind of put a damper of my view and pleasure of this. I couldn't really fully engage with the game properly, but yeah, it's Dak Prescott, man, great bloody game.
Yeah, he's on fire. I mean, here's the question for you. Is he right now a front runner for MVP?
Not to be biased, but yes.
Yeah, this is a non-biased question.
Because he's leading the NFL in passing yards right now, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah. And he just knocked up a 4-touchdown game. 127.4 passer rating.
Yeah, I'm just checking the statistics right now, actually. He's currently second right now for passing yards. I don't know if that's just been updated yet, based on today's game.
How many touchdowns does it have? Does it have 9 touchdowns?
No, it still has 6.
Yeah,
so it's not updated yet. So
yeah. There we go.
Yeah. So, well, in fact, it would be 10 touchdowns actually.
One was a rushing.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 touchdowns. Oh no, wait. Yeah, he threw 4 touchdowns. Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
No.
So it should be 10 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions, and his quarterback rating should jump up a little bit higher now.
Oh yeah, it'll fly up now.
Yeah, like it's yeah.
I think they wait like on the ESPN and most sites until all the games have played and then update them all in one slug, if you like.
It kind of makes sense because that's how fantasy football works in a way. Like when you like you need everything to all the games to finish to move on to the next week.
It's not a real time update. Yeah. So there we go.
Yeah, there we have it, folks. Definitely will be a Victory Polo Monday, like our good friend RJ at Blogging the Boys would normally do. So I'll be joining in that festivities at my new job. So I'll be wearing my Dallas Cowboys polo shirt tomorrow to celebrate the win and kind of rub it into some of my new colleagues who are some of our fans. Like they're not Eagles fans, but they're Falcons fans. So I'm gonna rub some salt onto them anyway, like a little bit of banter, in the office. But
there you go. Ask them the difference between man and zone coverage while you're there.
Oh.
Sorry, it's my last bash at Channel 5. I'm sorry. Do you know the irony is I got asked to go on that. I had an email and I was just like, no.
I mean, I can appreciate them really trying to make an effort to try and get into the sport and stuff like that.
I'd do something different.
Do something different, but it's like, what in the hell? You just need a couple of professional people that have actually experienced the sport, talk about the game, and just focus on the game itself. A little bit. None of this games and guests and like whatever. Like the fact that really annoyed me, right? There was someone in the Cowboys team in Channel 5 was actually a Jets fan. She unveiled herself with her wearing a Jets t-shirt underneath. I mean, what the hell?
There you go.
Yeah, I that doesn't sit well with me. It really doesn't. Channel 5, do better. Do better. But yes, we won, but Channel 5, do better.
Yeah, Channel 5 lost.
Yeah, Channel 5 lost. Aye, I think, and we're not the only ones that's thinking this. I think quite a lot of people based here in the UK are saying the exact same thing. But
I put a tweet out about like that it was making me feel dizzy, and the amount of retweets and comments and likes and stuff, I was like, oh, okay. So it's something that is everyone's feeling the same sentiment.
Constructive feedback, take that in consideration.
Yeah, they won't listen to us.
Right. Well, definitely call that the end of this episode. But yes, Cowboys Nation, enjoy this Sunday with the victory. Go on to work wherever you are in the world. Enjoy your victory Monday. Show that Cowboy star with pride. And we will be back for the pregame show against the Carolina Panthers. And until then, before we do go, Mike, please tell everyone where everyone can find you.
You can find me on Twitter or X at Kenford Cowboy. Kenford with a K, Cowboy with a K. And you, Mr. P?
You can find me at IamPStew on X and Instagram. All right, folks, we will be back. And like as always here, it's not just America's team, it is the world's team. We'll see you guys next time.
That's a wrap on the World's Team Podcast. Smash that like button and hit subscribe, Cowboys Nation. This ain't just America's team, it's your team. Touchdown! It's the World's Team, only on BLEAV, where real fans live.
How about them Cowboys?